remain standing for our national anthem. I just wanted to take an opportunity to first introduce the board members, Sheldon Fergie, Leo Thomasgard, Julie Beaton, who will be moving off soon to Fond du Lac, unfortunately, and John Dodd. Now is the time also that I would like to remind the graduates. Historically, I've had you all stand up and applaud your parents and other people in your lives. I'm not going to do that this year so it doesn't get redundant, but please take a moment and think about the fact that this is not just your day. Think about your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, uncles, the significant people in your lives who drove you out to Walmart at 10:30 at night to buy the sponge balls that you needed for your science project, or made sure that you had the specific Crayola crayons that you needed for school the next morning, etc. All right? Also, I'm just going to give you a little piece of fatherly advice. I can do this, one, because being the board president doesn't come with very many perks. It gives you a nice title, but that's about it. The other thing is that it allows you to stand up here and do a little bit of preaching. But, and I have the podium, you don't. And I have the gray hair, which means I have some experience, and I'm going to tell you about that too. I'm a firm believer in education, which is why I'm on the Board of Education. I came from a family that didn't have much. And they told me that education was the key to advance myself, and I truly believe that. Recently, though, I got to listen to a few pundits on the television stations talk about how kids shouldn't try to necessarily go for degrees anymore, that they should look at vocational type things and to not take classes that wouldn't have anything that directly bearing to their to a job. Just my advice, don't listen. Okay? If you go down I-94 south of Chicago, you'll drive by a vacant area where there's just buildings, and it goes on for acres and acres. Most of you won't know what that is. That's the abandoned Pullman Railroad car plant. At one time, one of the largest employers in the United States. You can also think about this. In 1998, Kodak employed 180,000 employees. AOL was a thriving enterprise. All of these ceased to exist. With today's economy and the way things are changing so much, if you limit yourself now as you're coming out of high school to a particular field of endeavor or to a certain area of education, you run the risk of having your diplomas outdated, your careers in turmoil. I was told when I graduated high school to go into key punch operation. That was 1982. By 1984, Apple revolutionized the personal computer, and there was no more key punch operation going on. In this world, you have to do it. I'm going to give you a nice $5 word. Become an autodidactic. That means somebody who's a self-learner. And you can use that in whatever area you do. So if you're going to a tech school, fine. That's great. I'm very much in favor of getting vocational. Academic degrees are not for you. But take broader fields. Take a class. If there's a class available on writing, on creative writing, on anything at all, take those classes, because those will ultimately come back at some point in your life to enrich it and further your career. And Steve Jobs quit college, and his mother told him he needed to get out of the basement and go do something. So he went to a local university and saw signs for calligraphy. So he took a class on calligraphy. And because of that, when they were designing the Macintosh, all computers used Helvetica for typesetting. And because of this class, he determined that maybe the best way to market a Mac was to have multiple fonts so that you can change how you type and do things. And it's all because he took a class that somebody thought would have no practicality for what he wanted to do in his life. If you want to become a mechanic, learn about business, marketing, about trends in cars. Otherwise, what are you going to do if suddenly there's a breakthrough in battery technology and cars all become electric tomorrow? If you grow and you continue to educate yourself, you'll never have to face having your degree outdated. So, I challenge you. If you're going to tech school, you're going to college, make sure you have Amazon books on your favorite taskbar. Keep reading. Just because you graduate does not mean you are done learning. We're giving you a foundation. It's up to you to build on it. But I will tell you, formal education will give you a career and a living, but self-education will make you rich in more ways than one. Thank you. Jennifer Smith.
Next, we're going to have the video presentation of the senior slideshow, and I would like to thank Bryce Smith for putting this together for us. She worked really hard on it, and so I hope y'all enjoy it.
straight through hell with a smile. We'll be the heroes. Go, bringing all the way to the level that we broke. Do it for the people, do it for your pride. Never gonna know, never even try. Do it for your country, do it for your name. 'Cause there's gonna be a day.
Never alone, never alone. I'll be in every beat of your heart when you face the unknown. Wherever you lay, this isn't goodbye. My love will follow you, stay with you, baby. You're never alone. Well, I have to be honest, as much as I wanted, I'm not gonna promise the cold winds won't blow. So when hard times are found you, and your fear surrounds you, wrap my love around you.
Congratulations.
Good luck.
Just kidding, we did actually write a speech. We didn't have senior writers that bad.
Let's see if all those speeches and oral and written communications with Mrs. Schmitz paid off.
So the biggest question we ask ourselves while writing this speech is, what do you say to people who have changed your life and helped you become who you are today? Because seriously, that is what has happened to us in the past 13 years. In the words of Winnie the Pooh, how lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard.
From making houses out of pine needles around the trees at the elementary school, to Troy purposely cutting his old nip in second grade to get out of math class.
Cameron cracking his head open in gym class.
Getting in trouble for shining lasers through the vents at each other at Swiss.
You know who you are.
Putting toilets in yards.
Getting scolded by Mrs. Dykstra for not doing our homework during study hall.
Senioritis.
The many adventures we've had on overnight trips to WASC and state forensics.
All of the crazy fun we've had as a class during homecoming weeks.
Remember hiding in the ditches freshman year because we thought the seniors were going to come attack us?
And scheduling our own guest speakers in calculus so we could get out tests and homework.
And despite all of our stalling, our calculus class still made it further than any other calculus class over the years.
All in all, we have been a huge part of each other's lives.
Over the past 13 years that we've been in school, our class has experienced the roller coaster of ups and downs that our nation and the world has had.
Some of the most significant events that have happened during our time as students are
9/11,
the war in Iraq,
the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster,
the Boxing Day tsunami,
Hurricane Katrina,
a recession,
the swine flu,
the bird flu,
the death of Michael Jackson,
the BP oil spill,
Barack Obama's elections.
and the election of a new pope.
As the years have gone on, a special bond has been created not only between our class, but with our teachers as well. They have taught us so much about life and the world, but we hope that we have taught them a few things as well.
We thank our teachers from the bottoms of our hearts for being there with us through it all. We are fortunate to have been part of a district where the people who were our teachers can also be considered our friends. Although we may have complained sometimes,
Okay, a lot of times. Mrs. Martin and Mrs. Schmitz can attest to that.
all of the work we've struggled through has benefited us and helped us become the great group of young adults you see before you today.
But we must also thank our parents, families, and all the other people in our lives who have helped us along the way. It truly does take a village to raise a child. Parents, thank you for letting us have study parties at each other's houses, even though you suspected that we weren't studying.
Thank you for driving us to all of our sporting events, practices, concerts, and dances. Thank you for helping us with all of our homecoming floats and tickets.
We will never forget all the hours spent on those first homecoming tickets.
Thank you to our class advisors who have spent countless hours planning our pie and pancake fundraisers, decorating for dances, and getting everything ready for graduation. And finally, we must thank all Port Edwards for giving us such a wonderful place to grow up together. There really is people in this town that make it as welcoming and friendly as it is.
Well, now might be the time to reminisce about all of the good times we've had together as a class. It is also a time for us to build our own future and create our own dreams. Wherever you choose to do something that makes you happy. Now is our chance to go out there and make our dreams come true. The only person holding you back is yourself. You can do anything. We can do anything. As we've gotten older, I've realized that we've become more realistic. I had so many crazy dreams in middle school. We all did. Why do we give up those dreams? So that we can live normal lives? I challenge you as a class, as my friends, and as the leaders of the future to rise above the expectations that the world has for you. Make a point to be an inspiration to the people around you. Be adventurous. Take chances. We have a great gift right now. Our future is a clean slate. Our lives open to a new chapter in a blank book. We are free to do whatever we choose. Class of 2013, let's go out into the world and make our mark.
Well, John Rivers High School Class of 2013, it's time. It's time for us to reflect on our journey and the relationships we have made. It's time to say thank you to all those who have guided us and helped us get to this very moment. It's time to enjoy the last few months that we may have together before we part ways. And most importantly, it's time to start our next chapter and hopefully what turns out to be our very successful and happy lives. Over the course of my senior year, one quote that I saw in the classroom stood out to me the most. This very quote is burned into my brain after seeing it every Tuesday and Thursday each week at our National Honor Society meetings. The reason it stood out to me is because of the fact that it applies to each one of our lives as we move on into what many like to call the real world. The quote, said by Tony Amata, goes as the following. Sometimes you just have to take the leap and build your wings on the way down. This quote is special to me. It tells me that even when things seem grim, always keep faith. I'm not necessarily talking faith in a godly figure, but faith in what most of us seem to lack the most in, ourselves. At some point in our lives, we will have to take a leap. We may not be ready for this leap, but we must trust in ourselves that we will be able to build our wings on the way down. Instead of being pushed out of the nest, we may have to take the leap and make ourselves fly. All of us have a future, all of us have goals. Some may live longer than others, and some may achieve their goals quicker than others, but this does not matter. What matters is the journey you take to get to your goals. As a fellow classmate of all of you, I challenge each and every one of you to remember your journey and embrace it. Remember not everything in our lives will be perfect. Sometimes struggles may arise and happiness may seem lost, but never lose hope. Remember where you came from, how you got there, and that no matter how bad things are, there's always somebody who cares about you. On that note, seniors, it's time. Let's go graduate.
Thank you.
Welcome, graduating class of 2013, family and friends. Thank you all for joining us in celebrating our graduation from John Edwards High School. When I started preparing my speech for graduation, I had to think about what I wanted to say and how best to summarize the wonderful experiences we have shared at JEHS. To be honest, at first it was difficult for me to find a way to express what this day means to my fellow graduates and me, and to show our appreciation for those who helped us along the way. Because I love music, I thought it would be appropriate to turn to it to represent our journey here. Now you may think, Jake, the guitar's right there. Are you going to sing us a ditty for the 18th time? But I assure you that I'm not going to sing yet. On a serious note, music tells a story, and it can help us tell our story here at John Edwards High. Today, we'll be walking out to the song, It's Time, by Imagine Dragons. As the song goes, it's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I admit I'm just the same as I was. Listening to these words makes me realize what the song means to all of us today. It's time for us to go on and start the next chapter of our lives. I look around the room at my classmates, and I see businessmen and women, teachers, soldiers, pilots, nurses, engineers, and many other great professionals. Not only do I see a group of my peers ready for the next step, but I also see the people who prepared them for it. Thank you to all of you who have given all of us so much. Even though we are all parting ways as the song continues, don't you understand? We are never changing who we are. All of you, the teachers and staff of this school, the parents, the adults of this community, and all of our classmates have shaped us into the people we are today. As we go off, we will always look back fondly at our time here and the people who have touched our lives and helped us to grow. As the country artist Eric Church sings, it's funny how a melody sounds like a memory. Now, I'm still not a big country fan, and I'm still not going to pick up my guitar, but I can recognize the lyrics when I hear them. Although our time at JHS is coming to a close, our memories together will carry on through music. From the oh-oh-ohs of football, to the no-diggities at Applebee's, to the hey-ho's after basketball games, and even the Princess Pass during volleyball. All remind us of the great times we have shared. I hope someday when you turn on the radio and hear one of these songs, you're reminded of one of the moments you shared with the class of 2013. Whether it be a fun night at a fire, decorating for prom or homecoming, or going to Culver's after a well-fought game. Many melodies will always sound like memories for me, and I'm grateful to have been able to share them with you all. The Beatles, in one of their most popular songs, say, "Come together right now over me." By coming together as a class and community, it is remarkable what can be accomplished, and our experiences here have proven that. We not only unite our student sections at sporting events, but also we come together to help others. In particular, my fellow classmates and adult leaders worked very hard and devoted their time to raise thousands of dollars and support community members this past year. This village has shown us how to give back to others in need, and I hope we all continue to live by these amazing examples. You all have instilled in us the values of being connected, understanding, respectful, and responsible, and have pushed us all to work to our full potentials and be the best we can be. As we go off to start the next chapter of our lives, we'll not forget the important lessons you have taught us. Song Thank You, sung by our choir today, says, "I don't want to let another day pass us by without the chance to say thank you." Before we go off our separate ways, I cannot forget to show gratitude to those who helped me along the way. Thank you to all my teachers for your guidance inside and outside the classroom. Also, thank you classmates for all the memories we have shared at good old JDHS. I have shared many laughs and stories with you, and you have shown me the type of person I want to be. A caring, responsible, and competent individual. I would also like to personally thank my mom for always believing in me. Thank you all so much. Wait, no, sorry. This is last. We're about to embark on the next part of our journey. And looking out at my classmates today, I know each and every one of us is ready. This song may be ending, but many more are about to be sung. Before we depart, I think it's appropriate for one more song. All right, class, humor me one last time and join me as Green Day says its best. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. Thank you.
I'm not going to sing. Start with that. I promise you guys that. Wow, here we are again. I think this will get easier. Here we go. All right. Good afternoon, seniors, staff, parents and families, neighbors, passers-by who have been wondering, curious about why all the cars were outside, thinking there might be a basketball game. Nothing that exciting, it's just graduation. I'm going to start by saying thank you to the senior class for bestowing upon me the honor of giving this commencement address. Now some of you are looking at me like, you did what? In everyday English, thanks for letting me talk at you one more time. Next, I would like to say congratulations. Parents, you did it. Yes, you got them through. So parents, enjoy the grad parties, eat all the chips and salsa, drink all the soda, and really enjoy that cake because you earned it. 13 years of hard work and dedication have paid off, and now you can send them off on their own to pay their own cell phone bill, to pay their own car insurance, and stop eating you out of house and home. Just think of all the money you're going to be saving. Grocery bill cut in half, cell phone bill down by 75%, car insurance. Your smiles right now are telling me that one's too big to count. Some of you are going to actually be able to retire tomorrow. You're welcome. But the real congratulations goes to the staff. I'm just kidding. We get our congratulations in 5 more days when our recuperation period begins. And trust me, we need it. Okay, graduates, the rest is for you. I have no major pontifications to enlighten you that you have not already heard over the past 3 years. This speech will definitely not fall into the category of Shakespeare-esque. Graduates, staff, alumni, lend me your ears. It's no Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. Half a score and 3 years ago, your parents brought you to school for your first day. That's 13 years ago, by the way. I doubt it will have the lasting impact of JFK. Ask not what the senior class can do for you, but what you can do for the senior class. Maybe FDR. This is a day that will live in infamy as the class of 2013 leaves John Edwards High School. No, but I've got it. Martin Luther King Jr., because I have a dream that one day all of you graduates will be as happy and filled with joy as I am. It has nothing to do with the fact you're leaving. In fact, several of you have been traded to the junior class because we want you to stay instead of them. Sorry, juniors. Not really. No, it's based on the fact I can see the juniors tomorrow. That was bad. No, it is a happiness based on the fact that I got to come to school every day for the past 3 years and spend a good portion of my day with you. What am I talking about, you ask? Let me explain it in a concept that I've used in the past called Locard's principle. There's 2 parts. Some of you are thinking, oh no, why can't this be Lincoln's 3-minute Gettysburg Address? I will be brief, I promise. Locard's principle, part 1, states that every time we enter and leave a room, we leave something behind. For 3 years, graduates, you have left behind a great deal in my classroom. Books, notebooks, writing utensils, half-eaten breakfast, sucker sticks, and always those little fringy things from your notebooks. Holy man, the paper mill could start up again if somebody could devise an alternative use for them. Along with all the physical items you've left behind a great deal that doesn't need a vacuum cleaner or a pair of rubber gloves to be picked up. A short list of some of these things. Candy worked for you as sophomores to prevent tardiness. It's just one part of the demand. Watch what you put in your Cheerios in the morning. Attempted broken arms and successfully broken arms in middle school football. Bulldog McCarville, enough said. Kalen, Morgan, more than enough said. Buzz Lightyear, Mr. Incredible, I've said too much. Yahoo is not totally useless for news, but then again, maybe it is. Where's Luke? Another use for the Joker and a deck of playing cards. That was impressive, Justin. Jacob, if Germany would have stopped being so German, they may not have lost 2 world wars, right? That's going to be a doctoral thesis. Amazing insight in this next one. If you need to get somewhere quicker, simply walk faster. And lastly, to always set the bar low unless you're playing limbo. Great piece of advice there. Take that one to the grad parties. This is just a small sampling of what made me jump out of bed every morning before my alarm went off and get to school. Okay, not every day, but most of them. Reality is, graduates, for all the goofiness of the list above, you have left one other thing behind that cannot be measured. And it really did motivate me to come to school and witness it. That is your leadership. You have made this schoolhouse a better place. And everyone here thanks you for it. Locard Part 1 summary, every time you enter a room and exit a room, you leave something behind. Locard Part 2, it states that every time you enter and exit a room, you also take something with you. What have you taken with you besides your notebooks, textbooks, never the little fringy things, but always your cell phones? I had this epiphany the other day. You will leave everything behind, including the kitchen sink, but you always have your cell phone. Had another epiphany as well. now I know why some of you sat by the windows. Better cell reception. You get it? That giveaway, you hold your phone up like this to send and receive a text. Not a good idea. Well, what else might have you left with? Here's a few gems for your consideration. Not my own, but I did tweak them a little bit. They are cited, by the way, at the end of the speech in ABA format, so no plagiarism issues here. Very well. Firstly, a famous Whoa. Wow, had to have one of those, right? A famous Zen saying is, even if you have failed at something 9 times, you have still given it effort 9 times. Great advice, unless you're a pilot or a surgeon, or you get the idea. Life really is all about the effort, so give it some. Enjoy the journey. Speaking of journeys, that leads me to my next gem. No one can make a brand new start, but you can start now and make a brand new ending. Go grab the day, shake all the life you can out of each and every one of them, which segues into the third gem. Whatever you do, do it with passion. Thanks to a couple of exchange students for reinforcing this one for me. Be passionate about something every day, and great things will happen. I promise. And lastly, remember, no one can see how awesome you are if you can't see yourself. So to my 34 kids for the class of 2013, I give you one final assignment. I will let the universe decide your grade. Graduates, go forth and be awesome. Thank you. soon-to-be graduates and their families. To all present who helped to bring the John Edwards class of 2013 to this point, I have a quote to share with you. Garrison Keillor stated that, quote, "Nothing you do for children is ever wasted. They seem not to notice us, hovering, averting our eyes, and they seldom offer thanks. But what we do for them is never wasted." Graduates, as Mr. Duncan alluded to, and the salutatorians and valedictorian, there are many people here to thank today. People who have, throughout the years, been on your field trips with you, picked you up at all those youth ball games, went to see that 5th grade concert, gave you rides to the middle school dance, spent time with you, helping you study, picked you up after school, get you from the library or the ATS area, picked you up and dropped you off at all those sporting events, and just were generally there to support you. Graduates, stand and give your parents an ovation. I too want to say thank you. Class of 2013, you have provided John Edwards High School with solid leadership, and you have provided me with much inspiration. From day one, you were very welcoming to me. You have led by example throughout the last 13 years, and this year in particular. And I do want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the help you've given me here at John Edwards High School this past year. Now, the important part. Having met the requirements as outlined by the state of Wisconsin and the Port Edwards Board of Education, and by the power vested in me, I declare the class of 2013 ready to graduate. Graduates, you may now begin the process of coming forward to receive your diplomas. Jacob Anthony Wedden. Jennifer John Smith. Benjamin R. Ayers. Casey Lee McCardle. Troy Ryan Catella. Bryce Michelle Smith. Jordan Lee Kolbeck. Jenna Elizabeth Reese. Tyler Dwayne Leach. Justin Gunnar Schrader. Alyssa Jean Kuhn. Ashlyn E. Stickney. Taryn Nicole Moody. Mackenzie Mackenzie K. Sommerfeld. Adam C. Shaw. Kaylin James Terry. Caitlin Jean DeMarco. Morgan E. Rondon. Cammie Ruth Freeberg. Atasha Lee Jean Voigt. Jessica Marie Kinitsky. Tammy Lynn Kugula. Benjamin Helm. Lucas M. Schrader. Elliot William Hamilton. Braylon M. Stewart LaViolet. Grace M. Tesh. Cassandra Klein. Christine Marie Kapelke. Michael Antonio Velasquez. Romaine Badot. Jesus Parra. Yasmin Adeli. Kanyata Chatabardi. Before I present the class of 2013 one last time, I do want to thank everyone for attending the ceremony today. Please remain at your seats as the graduates exit, and please join them at the southeast side of the building near the greenhouse for receiving and photographs. Class of 2013. Please rise. Congratulations, John Edwards High School class of 2013. You may move your tassels.